Thank you again for speaking to me, neighbor. Thank you for helping me set up the pop-up tent, and probably need your help putting it down before we leave, right? But go ahead and state your name and tell me your ride. What are we looking at?
My name is Juan Gutierrez. We're looking at a EJ8 Honda Civic 98.
Very awesome. It gets a lot of attention. You have a beautiful livery, the Idemitsu. They make oil and I think stuff like that, right? Yeah. But tell me kind of why Honda? Have you always been a Honda fanboy? What are your, why this car and why this livery?
Honestly, yeah, I've been into Hondas since I was a little kid. My brother, basically, he got me into Hondas. He had an Integra DC4 or DC2, yeah. Kind of like this one right here. Since then, I kind of just been hooked up into it. Also playing Gran Turismo as well.
Mm-hmm, yeah, Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, man.
Yeah, man. And then picking the livery, I mean, I like the idea because they did the whole conjo scene back then. And I kind of liked the Idemitsu car that they had. So I kind of just got the idea and see what happens.
Yeah, no, and it's beautifully done, and you get a lot of attention. So you've mentioned kind of video games being a breakthrough, and just watching some of the racing and the Japanese car culture. Could you tell me what else kind of brought you into it? Was it kind of like a change in oil with dad experience? You mentioned your brother. What made you kind of envelop yourself into this scene, what we have here?
Yeah, just basically just working with my dad. He would teach me, the simple oil changes, tire changes, and also my brother too. He would help me. Like if I would ask him a question, like, "Oh, how do you change the spark plugs?" or "How do you change brakes?" They would be there to help me out, and from there it was just a spark of what it is now.
Nice, yeah, absolutely. And you have some modifications done to the motor, nothing too crazy, but what have you kind of started to develop in there?
Started to develop on it was basically just a simple bolt-ons and stuff like that, like the headers, intake manifold, cam gear, just simple stuff I could get my hands on.
Yeah, and the way it looks, even with the yellow valve cover, it looks fantastic, right? Yeah. And this car has some body effects that are quite low. Tell us how you navigate through some of these obstacles in our California roads.
Oh man, well if I see a bump, I mean, it's already too late for me to brake, so it kind of just does suck. And if I hit it, then I hit it. If I don't, then I try to go around it, especially the speed bumps. I have to go side to side, or even the dips too. I try to not go forward. I just go side to side.
It's always a painful experience hearing that crunch or that scrape, but I think at the end of the day, it's part of the way of life for these cars. Tell me, what other rides do you have at the house, or what are some maybe future plans for some of the cars that you want to continue to work on and build?
Honestly, this is my daily driver here.
Awesome.
I do want to get another daily for the daily. But if I end up getting that one, I probably won't even modify it. This will probably be the last car I modify.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You want to go all in on this one, huh?
Yeah, my girl doesn't like it, but it's a love and hate relationship. At this point.
Do you let her drive it? Have you taught her how to, does she drive? I don't know if it's stick shift, I'm assuming, but how's that going back and forth?
Well, I did teach her before I had the transmission rebuilt. I did try to teach her before she blew out the clutch or blew out the transmission. She kind of got the hang of it, but not as much.
How could you give us some of that advice? How do you navigate your and balance your car life with potentially a partner that doesn't necessarily involve herself in it?
I mean, it's a hit or miss, man. It's a hit or miss.
You seem like a very patient person, so I appreciate that. Last question. Going into 15 to 20 years from now, California wants to transition to electrification. What are your kind of thoughts of electric cars in the future of the car culture?
It's going to be a huge change, a very huge change. I don't know if you see on the corner by Rightwire, they're already starting an all electrical hatchback. Dude, check that out. It looks kind of crazy. Honestly, the endpoint of that, I don't know, man. It's going to be a huge change to the car community.
I think so too, and we'll have to wait and see what people are getting their hands on. Like you said, Ride with their Tesla-powered EG. I can't believe it. Go ahead and give out any shout-outs or thank yous or plugs you wanted to go ahead and do so now.
For sure. Thank you for interviewing. At the Honda meet, meeting all these great people here. My girl, hi, babe, I love you. Yeah, that's about it.